All right, we're gonna record now. We are recording now. We're waiting for Nesto to get in here. We're gonna be talking about 30 days a night, but this might be another section, and we'll just restart when Nesto gets in here. This might be a Patreon exclusive or some extra shit and all that. I wanted to talk to you, Cobweb. You hurt you. I have some. I don't want to say you hurt my feelings, but this motherfucker.
What? Because I called you a cholo ass?
No, 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 no. Yesterday when we were recording this is gonna be our third episode in 2 days because we
This
recorded
is. I didn't even think about that.
what did we record yesterday?
Halloween. Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie Halloween. Then we did an extra Patreon only, right? And today we're doing 30 Days a Night with Nesto Rea, right?
Whoa,
And
that's big.
So
here's on his name.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You yesterday when I showed you this picture, this is for the YouTube watchers only. You're like, you're wearing pandas. You're wearing pandas. I am not wearing pandas. I'm wearing limited run Air Force Ones with the gold swooshes on them. But what if I was wearing pandas? What's wrong with pandas?
Ain't nothing wrong with pandas, man.
You were laughing at my
pandas.
You were laughing at my possible pandas.
I actually don't have a full pair of pandas. I have like a pair of Raiders Air Force Ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I decided to get those instead of the pandas, because they're the Raiders,
We have somebody signing on. You ready?
I guess, man. What
ready.
are we supposed to be doing today? Are you serious?
He's almost there.
Oh, shit.
Almost here.
Oh, my God. I don't believe what I'm seeing right here.
In the house.
This is fucking epic right here, man. On Cast of the Pod. Check this shit out.
Yeah.
Man, look at this. Look at this. We put some respect on this right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Put his handle right there. Nesto Rea is joining us in here on Cast of the Pod. Right now, I was dealing with Cobweb talking shit yesterday.
What?
Yes, he was making fun of my shoes yesterday.
Oh, dude. What shoes?
Right. He has some Air Force Ones on, right? And I told him at first, I thought he has like some pandas on, right?
Look, I'm gonna show you the picture. I'm gonna show you the picture. Look at my shoes. He said I had pandas on with those shoes.
Bro, those are dope. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with his cholo looking ass. You see that junk he got the shirt button up? How about two different looks? That's the same goddamn look. What he has, he like that, what's that joker name? Derek Zoolander. You know what I'm saying? He had like the Magnum look and something else. Blue Steel.
Bro, no.
This is how it's gonna be tonight. This is how it's gonna be. We got Nesto Rea. Is that how you say?
Well, you can say Rhea. It can be pronounced Ray or Rhea. I go by Ray or Rhea.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Rhea.
Yeah.
So just for those, especially our Patreon, we have a few Patreon members, and they all followed us along from Felipe's Garage. But to our listeners that weren't familiar with Felipe's Garage, that's when I first heard of Nesto. That's where I met Cobweb. And Nesto, I know you do. We'll get into all this stuff instead of at the end. Usually people wait until the end and hey, say your socials and all that.
Nesto, right.
Nesto, director, filmmaker extraordinaire. What do you got going on, Nesto?
Oh, dude, I shot a semi-horror. I mean, like more of like a thriller, like a suspense thriller, short. Last weekend, was it last weekend or the weekend before last? Shot it in 2 days. Got some actors together right off the heels of one of those 48-hour challenges, that are going on all the time.
Yeah.
I helped somebody else with that, shot that, and then the cast was so dope. The location that we had, the guy was like, yeah, you guys can come back, anytime you want. So I was like, oh my God. So I hustled and came up with an idea, on a little bit of like a Die Hard theme, trapped in a building type thing. So I was walking around this location and picturing like, what could I do? Grab these actors. They were all down. So we shot it on a Saturday and a Sunday. And now I'm in post-production. So I'm hardcore editing it because it's dropping on October 30th.
Oh shit!
We're having like a private screening, so.
Oh man,
I'm rushing, dude. I'm rushing.
Oh, you gotta tag us or something, bro. You gotta you gotta put that cast of the pod on that.
Oh man,
don't let us slip on that one. I want to see this.
That's good stuff. Nesto, have you ever met Deb, my wife Deb? I don't know if you can see her.
Hello.
I don't think so. Hi. Are you guys in the same spot, or you guys like have a marriage where it's like one lives overseas somewhere and then one is in the States? How is it going?
She's off in the front room. I'm back here. It's since we're using StreamYard, it works easiest that way.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Before I was sitting behind him and I would wave every now
hide in the back with that wrestling jacket is. She would hide back over there.
I know. Man. I've done that before where it's split and we're actually in the same room. I've done that shit before too.
Camera magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this is going great. Wait.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Josh.
Yes.
Excuse me, Nesto. Deb, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you hit the intro?
Oh.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
All right, we're back. You happy, bro? You happy now?
Nice.
Now I feel content. Now I feel like I can actually get loose up in this joint tonight. You know what I'm saying? They've all been warned. They all know what we about tonight. They know this is Cast of the Pod.
Nesto, you are in a safe space. I can't guarantee everybody else, but with the four of us, you're good. But yeah.
No, I'm not going to be crazy. All
right. So we said it at the beginning before you came on, but now since we officially played the intro and all that, we are talking about the 2007 30 Days of Night.
Yes.
Who picked this movie?
Nesto picked
it. Okay.
Dude, have you seen it?
Yes, it's part of the podcast requirements.
Oh, good.
Should I let?
Good. See, that's so different than Felipe's Garage, bro. See, I'm amongst professionals right now. On Felipe's Garage, bro, it was just, God, man. Everybody's supposed to watch something. They come on and people just clowning shit they haven't seen and like all kinds of craziness. So this is refreshing.
Well, great.
So good.
Speaking of which, I didn't realize you were going to pick 30 Days a Night, and this is actually one of Jason's movies that I was supposed to reserve for him back in the.
Nuh-uh, really?
Yeah, he came on for Lost Boys, and I'll tell Cowboy I'm messaging Nesto. I'm like, yeah, you pick the movie, whatever you want. He's like 30 Days a Night, and I was like, yes, bet. And then afterwards, I was like, damn.
I knew he was going to mess it up. See, like last year.
What happened?
Nesto, this is what happened. Last year, I picked all our guests that we had for an entire month. Boom, 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 boom. Cookbook came on the show, and he was like, had a great time. We did Lost Boys. He said he wanted to do that show. Next time he came on, he wanted to do that. We was like, yeah, that's cool. Then Josh just threw it out there, and it's like, now we don't have a movie for Cook. I don't know what I'm going to tell Cook.
No. There's lots of movies out there he can choose from.
Oh yeah, bro, screw that. He's already been on. He doesn't get carte blanche. He already been on. He chose Lost Boys.
I'll tell you this right now.
This is true. Right now. He did get Lost Boys. Yeah.
Him and Deb were about to throw down and throw fist because he was knocking Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Deborah's like, you don't talk about Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Thank you, dude. Me and him would go at it over and over off that damn movie. I don't know what his problem is, bro. I don't think he likes Keanu Reeves. That was his probably issue of that movie, I think.
He was saying a lot of bad stuff. Stuff.
I can't. He was going in on it on one of the pods we had too. I was like, bro, come on.
One of our recent past episodes is, have you seen The Last Voyage of the Demeter?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
You ain't missing nothing.
You're not missing nothing.
I didn't think so.
Because it's the ship, like in Bram Stoker's Dracula, when they're bringing him over from London to, from Transylvania or whatever to London. Yeah. That movie's bad. I think we gave it like a 4.
Dude, it should have been dope. That's a good idea. It should have been dope.
No, it was still Nesto. You remember, like, we're about the same age. You remember those Halloween costumes they used to have where you have like the bat wings or something like that, and they had like the black face. That's what the Dracula looked like.
Oh, dude.
I wouldn't even call him Dracula.
He was just
like he didn't deserve to be called Dracula.
Like, because they had a practical effects suit that looked amazing if you watch the behind the scenes stuff, but then they CGI'd over the face.
Oh, dude. See, let me side note, or kind of still within the same realm. Bram Stoker's Dracula, you know the scene towards the end where he was like half like a bat werewolf type thing, and he was on the top of the bed. They busted in and he was on that chick's bed with the lights on and everything, and he like flared out and he had wings, I think, too. And bro, terrifying. That thing was all practical. No CGI in sight, dude. Even when he was like a werewolf in the garden, you know, the maze garden.
Yes.
That she was walking around at night, and she came up on him. I think he was fucking a woman or something. It was wild, dude. While he was a werewolf.
The redhead.
Oh my god.
Oh. I don't know why couldn't they go back to something like that for the Dementor, bro? I don't understand.
Because everything's got to be CGI now. They go for that. They go for that big budget, write it off as a loss, and
then get politically correct in every movie.
Oh my god!
What I mean,
dude. Like, it was a good story. It was a good story. Like, it had a lot of potential to be good.
Yeah, I would think so. It's a good idea, man. I don't know how they messed up the execution. What is the problem?
It's easy. It's called a writer's strike.
Hello. No, but they wrote that a long time ago. That movie came out during the strike.
Yeah.
So they don't got no excuse, sad to say. They can't pull it out. That shit was made and out. That shit just dropped.
So talking about
like in the can like a year ago. Yeah.
Talking about practical effects and talking about prior episodes of Cast of the Pod, where do you stand on the werewolf from American Werewolf in London?
Okay. That's a good one. I saw it. How recent did I see it? Maybe like last year. Dude, I still think it's dope. It is just the fact that it's like in camera when he's transforming.
Yep.
And just the wolf itself, like in London, walking around, biting off heads and everything. Bro, terrifying. To me, very, very, very well done. I love how it looks. Better than, like, to me, it's that one. It's the first Howling and Dog Soldiers are the werewolf movies that, like, that's the top of the pinnacle to me, bro. Those three.
Can't argue with the point.
All three of those are practical effects mainly.
Yeah, they're pretty good movies. That's okay. I mean, they don't beat
Dog
Silver
Soldiers,
Bullet,
bro. Dog Soldiers.
I haven't seen it. I was
gonna say I haven't seen that one.
I've seen that.
What's our number one?
Picked that one. I should have picked that one for y'all.
Dog Soldiers is pretty dope.
There's always next time if you get any free time.
Oh, bro, Dog Soldiers. Okay.
Yeah, but we on this movie here that Nesto. What's the name of this movie we supposed to have watched again?
30 Days.
30 Days of Night.
Nice segue there, Cobweb. Wink.
How?
Wink. Which
it's some things, you know, that I don't understand. And
here it comes.
I don't understand the rationale thinking of these people in this zombie apocalypse in the middle. Where are they at in Alaska?
Yeah.
Barrow, Alaska.
No. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
What part?
Okay, first of all, we all know for a doggone fact, okay, up there in that area, there's a lot of white people up there. I ain't gonna front, but there is, and they have a lot of guns. This town had the least amount of guns that I ever seen in my freaking life. Okay, they had no AKs. They had one shotgun and a couple 45s and a 38.
You're forgetting, bro. You're forgetting. You're forgetting the drone shot flying over the town where these dudes were running out blasting on vampires over and over, dude. They just run out of bullets, man. They run out of bullets. That makes sense. It's 30 days. It was all captured in a few hours. Come on now. You can't this one, you ain't gonna take pop shots at this that easy, bro. That's
I just don't understand. Where were the guns? Why did they have it?
Sometimes
people just stopped doing stuff when it was working.
So
why would you stop doing stuff that was working? I don't
understand.
They
ran out of bullets. They ran out of bullets. That makes sense.
Why did it take them so long to realize these were vampires?
Well, that's a good question. Because
why did it take so long?
Hold on. They did something in this movie. That you'll never, as much as I love zombie movies, you'll never see somebody in a zombie movie, unless it's a comedy, go, hey, like in Night of the Living Dead, let's shoot the zombie in the head. Let's kill these zombies. They don't even call them zombies. In this movie, they were sitting there and they're like, hey, they're vampires. These are like vampires. They actually said it. They actually realized where they were at in their world, in their universe. They seen vampire movies. They know about pussy and everything like that. And
bro.
I give them credit for that. But and I realize this right now, Cobweb, as you brought this up. Deb and I were watching the movie last night, and at the end, when everything's on fire, and then all of a sudden there's like 20 people standing out in the crowd, and Deborah tells me, where the fuck did all those people come from? The story the story that we're watching is just about that one group in the town. Because remember, there was 153 people in there when he changed the population sign. So there were other groups in there too. So there was shooting and all that going on. Also, this is just this one part of the Walking
and other
Dead.
People hiding, dude. Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
which reminds me, the original movie Cloverfield. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was so much talk of a part 2 that was going to take place that same night, dealing with other groups that were running and trying to survive from that monster. And I thought, that's such a dope idea. Nobody's doing that. Even with A Quiet Place, I thought they were going to do that. The same thing, like take that same night, but some of the other people that were surviving, what did they go through? So much potential. Nobody's doing that shit. But yeah, that's what I recognize too.
I thought that's what they did. I thought that's what they did with the whole Walking Dead thing. Isn't that like the same thing?
I never saw Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So since Nesto is a guest here on Cast of the Pod, we won't bring up the fact that he just brought up the movie that shall not be named, shall not be spoken of.
Which one?
A Quiet Place.
What? Who doesn't like that? The first one?
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Now, this is just watching the movie. I'm not talking about the cinematography. I'm not talking about whatever. I'm not talking about the writing. I'm talking about let's jump into the universe. Let's let go of reality and be in their world. They're going to have that loud ass fucking kid. You saw him playing with that little NASA toy.
Right.
And why would you have that loud?
But Josh,
that's a kid. That's what kids do. They get parents killed. No. That's what they would do. That's all kids know how to do is be annoying and possibly get their parents killed. That is 100% accurate.
I was gonna say that, like, it's a kid. You can't keep a kid quiet, especially if it's a baby.
Tape on his mouth. Yeah. They're not trained. They're not trained for that.
No, this is what they do.
He probably was trained long enough just up to that point from wherever it happened. I mean, in part 2, they showed like a backtrack prequel scene of how it actually begun. So, it was rather recent, bro. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we feel like, since we're educated with horror movies, we would do when a horrible situation would happen, and some of us would not accomplish those things. We would not be. I mean, we just wouldn't be able to do it. Some of that stuff we wouldn't survive. I don't think we'd survive.
You take one of those old school chess that would go at the end of the bed and all that, right? You take that kid, you wrap him up like you wrap up a baby.
Yes.
Wrap him up, throw some duct tape around the blanket and all that, right? Put him in there, close it. Make sure there's like a little hole on the side so he can breathe and all that, and leave that motherfucker there. Then
totally,
you go into town.
Hey, but that's that. You know, no offense, but I mean, white parents don't do that, bro. They let their kids. You know, I mean, typically, I'm just saying, if it's not in real life, no offense, although it is in real life, but if it's not in real life, it's definitely in all the movies. These kids run wild. They do whatever they want, and it's like, Becky, I told you to stay in the. What are you doing? They always are the ones that get everyone in trouble. What do we have to go by? That's what we grew up seeing in cinema.
Hey, this is horror movie special, baby. Horror movie special.
But at least in the movie when he was making the noise, that the creature came and got him, though. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's what I don't understand, my man. Josh didn't even look at that fact like, dude, he got taken immediately. That's it.
Well,
that was realistic, dude.
I'm not mad at the kid.
If he would have survived that, I would have had an issue. Already going into the movie, I would have been like, come on, side eye and the whole thing, like, all right.
I wasn't mad at the kid. I was mad about the parents. And then he goes and gets her pregnant. I'm like, come on, guy. You know she's not gonna have no quiet birth.
Pull out. I mean, it's not like they got a shortage of condoms. Right, you ain't got no short on rubbers, right? It's only a few of y'all around. You go to a drugstore all the time.
Well, also, let me just interject. I think they had sex before the invasion came, so it wasn't like during the quietness. They were like quietly making the baby, hoping for a quiet pregnancy. I think she was already pregnant.
I didn't think about that.
I guess. Aren't we talking about 30 Days a Night?
Exactly. We already read the IMDb.
Let's do it.
Please read the IMDb.
Right. The official IMDb, the IMDb. Somebody said I said IMDb too much, so I call it the IMDb now. After an Alaskan town is plunged into darkness for a month, it is attacked by a bloodthirsty gang of vampires. Short and sweet. That's it. That's all they got.
Dope. And it could have been horrible. Just that title alone is like, really? It could seem like it's going to be something really whack, but bro, oh my God, man. To me, it was an instant classic. First of all, because I followed the director who had only done one movie before then, and it was like a real independent one, Hard Candy, and it was really dope. It was shot dope, and it was just so good. Real, just but like a drama, right?
Right.
But this dude, I was watching the behind the scenes and everything. I was just all cheering him on all the way. And then when I saw it, I was just like, man, because I like the comic as well. And it was almost, I mean, he didn't do frame for frame, but there were so many moments that were absolutely ripped from the pages of the comic book. Like this was what he went by 1,000% to set up the shot and do it. It was like, oh man.
I think the only big difference between this and the comic was that the main vampire was trying to stop the other vampires, right? Because like he was trying to hide their secret of them even being vampires.
Yeah. Kind of.
Oh, there's a comic book about it.
But it still was like a feeding frenzy, which makes sense. Like how they cut off all the resources around everything and just made it like, this is where we feast. Oh, dude, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
And then did you notice, like the other vampires would look at the leader to see if he would give them permission? Yeah. Like they're like, "Is it okay? Is it okay?" Yeah. And then he would nod.
Like kids, like animal kids.
It was a pecking order, of where it is, in your pack, that's how it is. You know. But I don't understand. This is what I don't understand.
This is what I'm waiting for because Cobweb's got that look like he doesn't agree.
I don't understand the concept of how bad of a police officer this guy actually was. This dude was probably the worst police officer, sheriff you could possibly ever have in Alaska. I mean,
how do you figure that?
Because I mean,
he's right.
You go out there and you looking for your boy, and you find his head cut the fuck off on a stake. Blood every goddamn where. You go back to the town, you just tell everybody, just go back to your rooms, go back to your house. I'll figure it out.
Bro,
what would he say right then and there? He should have dropped the bomb right then and there. Yes, there's some serious shit going down.
People would have lost their minds, bro.
Let them.
No, you can't. Listen, that's how we feel. That's how we feel, and we have the right to. But him as an officer, they have to like quote unquote keep the peace. Like they got to keep things calm and then get their heads together because that's like terrifying, bro. That all already is terrifying. He was like thrown to like, oh my God, like what do you do? Because now he's calculating all the dogs are killed. There's no dog sleds. There's no warning. All the dogs, all the cell phones were gathered together and burned in like a ritual. Dude, no cell phone, no what? His homie's helicopter was dismantled, bro.
Right, right. At what point don't you understand that this is an emergency? Okay, if he would have told, let me just no, stop.
Go ahead.
If this dumb motherfucker right here, if he would have just said simple and plain, look, this is what's going on. Everybody, we're gonna meet up at this one spot. Bring all your ammunition, all your supplies. We're gonna hold up and we're gonna see what the fuck is on. But we're gonna take our time. We're gonna figure it out.
You can't do that when you just find a head on a stick. That's not enough. All the mysterious shit leading up to just the head on a stick isn't enough to gather the whole town together on some Rambo shit. It wasn't time yet.
It's not like it's only 150 people.
Yeah, but you have to realize this is a small town and they're not used to all this happening.
They're not used to nothing.
It's a quiet town. I'm sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
Polar bears out there. You gotta have big guns.
But polar bears ain't attacking people constantly, bro. They're not prepared for that stuff.
They're out there
very chill.
They're very Coca-Cola looking for Santa Claus.
Bullshit. A polar bear run up on your ass quick. Run up on you quick.
So like I was trying to say, I was trying to get a word in edgewise here. I was agreeing with you, Cobweb, until you brought up the point of the head being cut off and all that, because he was a very bad cop. It's like, it's interesting. All the cell phones and the satellite phones are melted, and then all of a sudden it's like all the dogs are dead. And then definitely the helicopter parts were in the grinder,
bro. And these guys don't know they're in a horror movie. You can't take it like that, man. You got to first of all, they set this story in a real ass place. Now I thought everything was fake. I was like, ain't no place gonna be nighttime for 30 days. I just had to like throw that out of my mind and just go, okay, let's just see what they're doing in Alaska. When I found out that that's real, that's a real thing, bro. How do people? It's just like the cop said later on. They're trained to be in that weather. They're trained to last. Some of the people weren't. That's why they were going, bye, see you in 30 days. And off they go because some of them couldn't handle that. So the ones that stay back, bro, they're chill. They're not hyper like, what's going down? Nothing goes down. They've been out there for years, man. So that's why, to me, that made sense. To me, it makes sense that it's slowly built.
Just like Elvis said, Bobby Elvis from Sons of Anarchy. He said, don't we come out here because we're getting away from everything? Aren't we coming out here for freedom? It's like cold Australia out there. A bunch of criminals, a bunch of people getting away from shit. But you're just doing your thing. But it's not black out there 30 days.
It's not
67 days. 67 days with no sun in real life.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
2 months, bro. Oh, wow. Where's that movie?
That's part 2.
That's part. Hey, there is a part 2.
We can do it.
Y'all know that?
Oh my God.
30 days. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Cobb still doesn't look impressed.
Yeah, what else, Cobb? Damn, you don't like that movie that
Every
much.
time somebody died, it was some stupid reason. Like when old dude got turned into that freaking vampire by that little kid. Why did
because he wasn't the vampire wasn't killing them.
Just
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the fact. Why would they? Why would he go out? Why would she go out there and go save that little girl? Why would she go out there and say that
Motherly
little girl?
instincts kicked in. Motherly
No,
ignorance.
no, I don't understand. But they already established that they use those people for bait. Why would you think that some little girl would be walking down the middle of the street like that unless there was a reason that they were using the bait to pull them out?
I'm not saying this just because Nesto's on here, but because it's a kid. They put the lady out first, and they knew that the people didn't fall for the bait for the lady. So they waited. They let some time go by. Then they put out the kid. And they're looking for humans. Human nature is you're going to save that kid.
Because again,
why? Wait. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Dude, Cobb, listen.
I thought human nature was survival.
No, not for everybody, bro. Obviously, look at the world we're living in. Some people
that doesn't make any
walk
sense.
into a furnace, bro. Listen. So for this movie, dude, we got to think in terms of 30 days. We're watching 5 minutes go by. Sometimes that's days in the story. So it's not as fast as us picking up the pace of like a scene. What's the net? Come on, are they going to kill them? What's going on? You got to think. They're sitting there starving, having to be quiet day in and day out, scared of shit running across the roof, not knowing what's going on. That plays on people's minds, bro. Not everybody's a stable military, like, no, we got to focus. We're going to make it through this. They're not like that. This whole thing, and these creatures play on everybody's emotions. That's why they were using bait like that. That's
explain. And let me ask me to answer me this right now. If that was a bunch of black people locked up in that room, you think they would have went out there and got their kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, some. I think so. Not in the movie. They wouldn't do that in the movie. They wouldn't put them in there. Yeah, in real life, because
like,
we're dealing with
in real life. Wait a second. Let's just take out the color now. Any of you guys right now in this room, if you saw that little kid out there walking down that street, would you have went out there and saved that little kid?
No, I wouldn't have.
Deb?
I would want to, but I probably be too slow and I would get both of us killed.
Josh?
My rationale being, if I go out there to save this kid, is it going to bring attention to everybody else I'm with? And this is at the beginning of it, when you still got your mind and all that.
Yeah.
Am I to save one, or are we going to lose 10? And I would want to say no. But I was going to say these people had been in there for days, weeks, not having food, like y'all said. But not only that, their world has just been changed. They now know that vampires are a real thing. It's not just movie shit or anything like that, so you don't know what it is. And maybe that was like a last straw of humanity. She had already left her husband. Now she came back, and it was probably in her head that she was going to come back. And, now here's save the kid.
Kyle was not buying it. Dude,
let me tell you something. Okay, let me explain this to me. If
I know what you want to hear,
after she took her ass out there and saved that kid, okay, explain to me why he went out there to go save them. Me personally, I would have said, if you took your ass out there, don't expect me to go out there too. That's on you. Why would you go out there and jeopardize everything else? You're there to be the sheriff to protect every damn body, but you're gonna jeopardize the whole goddamn thing just because she got her ass up and left. I'm sorry, it didn't make any fucking sense. It made no sense at all. No.
You talking about the end when he went out?
Yeah. Why would he go out there?
The emotionality, Smokey. That's why
he went out there, because he knew he thought that the only way the only way to beat him was to be part of him. He was taking one for the team.
Yeah,
but he didn't need to beat him. The day was almost over.
But she
but he wasn't thinking that. And the town was already on fire.
They were gonna eat his ex. That she wouldn't have survived. He had to do that to distract them.
Okay.
He had to. And he already burned that dude's girlfriend. That they were hunting him. They were going absolutely crazy. Then the tractor man had to come out. He took one for the team.
That's Bobby Elvis.
Why did he get off? Why did he get off the tractor? Why did he stop turning around the track? Why did he crash the tractor?
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Why did he crash? Get that either.
It was okay. Wait. Why did he blow himself up with a box of dynamite and his ass was still alive?
Well,
he was standing right in front of the dynamite.
Yeah.
And he did not die. He wasn't
blew
blown
him out the
apart. The
window.
entire. How is that possible? How do you get blown complete? Blow a building complete?
Wait. Stop. Collaborate and listen. I heard that song today on the radio. I'm like, really? They're playing that on the radio today? Broadcast. Look up Dennis Hopper and the Devil's Chair. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Dennis Hopper in real life, the actor Dennis Hopper, sat in the middle of the chair, right? Then they put dynamite in pairs around exactly the same, like you measured it off and all that. Then they set off the dynamite. And the pressure of the explosion in the center, as long as you have them set up exact in real life, he did this. And yeah, and the pressure saves what's in the center of the Devil's Chair.
Wow.
And it was a lot more dynamite than Bobby Elvis had. I call him that because he was Bobby Elvis on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Now, what is the odds of him actually doing that in real life? Come on, man.
0 to none. It just
exactly. No.
I don't know.
No
People
sense.
Survived some wild shit. That wasn't enough.
How did a whole building blow up, but not him?
I don't understand.
He looked like he could have walked away.
You went into this movie ready to hate it. That's what this sounds like. You non-stop looking for shit that you don't like about this. I don't feel like you went into this movie like optimistic and open, and then saw some shit that was kind of like that's kind of off. This to me sounds like immediately you were like, "This is gonna be whack."
See, that's what happens. That's what happens on Cast of the Pod. Yeah, that's what happens on Cast of the Pod.
There was way too much realism in this movie to begin this many shots. Oh my God, dude. You got to tell me what vampire movie you like more than this. And I'll come back on this pod and attack that.
What is this?
I got to hear the cowboy.
He comes onto my podcast and think that I just take shots for no apparent reason on bad movies.
1,000%.
This is not true. I ever took shots on a movie that was good for no apparent reason.
This is what happens.
Like I'm just gonna hate on something for no reason.
No.
Don't you?
Nesto.
Not all the time, but ain't not like I'm gonna do it.
I think we lost Nesto. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't hear you guys though. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear you guys hardly at all.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Screen. See what you did, Cobweb?
Yeah, Cobweb. Thanks, man.
It's not my fault. I didn't do it.
Nesto, you want me to boot you out real quick so you can log back in?
I can barely hear you guys. What happened?
I booted Nesto out real quick so he can come back in.
Exactly. Deb. Now, let's be honest. You know me very well. You know, I thought we're pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You do what you want, right?
Right.
So right. So do you honestly think that I just shit on movies just to shit on them?
Yes.
Sometimes,
dude. See,
yes.
Can you hear us, Nesto?
No, I can barely. You guys sound like you're mad far away. Hold on.
I'm in San Antonio. Cobweb's in Chicago. No,
Cobweb won. He won.
Cobweb, what did you do?
The negativity of Cobweb.
I didn't do anything. And I'm gonna stick to that. I'm just trying to figure out how. I'm just understanding how you guys really think about me now. You know, Deb. I want
to wait till Nesto gets back so I can give him an example of how our episodes go.
I don't understand. I thought this was my safe space.
Oh, you're safe.
This is your safe space. This is all of our safe space.
There it is.
There you go. Yes, Cobweb's asking right now what we really think about him in movies. He says he thought this was his safe space. It's a safe space, bro. You can be super picky about movies as much as you want. That's okay. But
just rewind it, Josh. Just rewind it, Josh.
There you go. But so Nesto, this is how our episodes normally go. Either we all like completely agree about a movie, right? or we go old school Sesame Street. You know what that is, right? That's when it's one of these kids is doing their own thing.
It's always 2 against 1.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Never fails. Well, but most of the time, y'all like Cobweb and Deborah against me. That's the thing. So I'm happy.
That's true.
The other way around.
Oh, wow. Now it's just me and Deborah holding down the fort for 30 days a night.
No, I love this movie. I'll say that
logic,
right now.
defending.
Right, but I didn't know. Y'all really think that I just shit on movies just because I feel like
sometimes? Yes.
Wow. I don't know what to say anymore. You know, I mean, is this how do they think about? I mean, like people, let me know. I mean, do you guys think the same thing? Do you think that I just go out here every day and just say like I'm just gonna find a movie and just shit on it for no apparent reason?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, definitely.
I wasn't even going that far.
It doesn't happen. I don't think about it. I don't. Right. I don't do it all the time. I mean, sometimes I might feel like sometimes I might do that, but it's not like every day.
We didn't say you do it all the time. You said sometimes, yeah.
I mean,
and you just admitted it that you do it sometimes, but not all the time.
Well, no, I didn't.
Back to 30 Days a Night.
Let's get back to it.
Not 30 days of giving Cobweb a hard time. But shit, I don't know where to go with it now. The Marlowe, the main bad guy.
Yeah.
For someone that didn't speak one line of any kind of real language whatsoever in this movie, I thought that guy was badass. He was a pack leader.
Yeah. That scene where the chick was like, "Oh God," and he looked around and he was like, "No God."
Oh yeah, he did speak English.
I was just like, "Oh my homie." Man, he was terrifying, dude. When he went into the house and the just a husband and wife were there, and the husband was shooting at him, and he just grabbed the guy, put him up again. I was like, this is so vicious, dude. Like,
that's pretty hard.
You just don't see vampire movies like this. I mean, if anything, nowadays there's much more possible vicious scenes in zombie movies, or not zombie movies, Living Dead movies, right?
Yeah.
Like zombies like that. That's more of a thing that you see, but not vampires. You just don't see vampires vicious. It's always
they were pretty vicious. They was driving jokers out their houses like straight up, you know, pulling them out the windows and shit, you know, just like ransacking out of the blue. That shit was pretty hardcore because I didn't. Now this is one thing I was tripping about, right? Because I was like, this was supposed to be the pack leader, right? And how is he going to be able to beat this guy who just got his powers right then? In my mind, I'm thinking the pack leader should be the strongest one out of it, right? This is what I was thinking in my mind. So I was like thinking it's some bullshit right here. But then I started thinking about it. And I was thinking about how they were fighting. Because he was fighting like a vampire, like a predator, like they normally fight. But dude was straight up fighting him like with art styles and counteracted stuff with hard punches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
like
what beat him. That he beat him like that. He beat him with the knowledge that he still had of having that before he went all animalistic. Right. You know, because he wasn't trying to win. Oh, dude, he's slapping him in the face and shit like that.
I know.
You know, that was stupid. That's the tribal part.
When you think back to a lot of, they broke a lot of vampire tropes in this movie. But when you think about a lot of the, and not to go into Twilight, but we're going to go into Twilight, the young ones, and it's not just in Twilight that they do this, but that's like they start off really strong.
Yes.
As they grow into their strength and learn their bodies and stuff like that. But that's other vampire movies. See, Cobweb's got that face because I said Twilight. Deb, you might not know, but Nesto doesn't have a problem with Twilight, unlike some people.
No, I don't. I liked the first one. I actually liked the first one. I thought that's a good, you know, romantic teen, like, you know, it's not a horror film. It's, I mean, you can't, there was nothing horrific in it. You know, it just, no. And I like her. That's what he's getting at. Because I like her, the chick. Who? The main chick. I forget her name.
I've never seen it.
You like the actress, or do you like Bella? The actress.
Yeah. The actress who played her. Yeah.
No, I've never seen not even 1 minute of Twilight.
Yeah.
You can even tell me who the actress was, and I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
It's almost every episode where Deborah and I are talking about something. I am a product of an intercultural relationship, and Deborah's completely Hispanic, and every episode we're talking about something, and Cobweb's like, yeah, that's some WPS. I've never heard of that shit before. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't watch that.
So, in other words, you should be offended, Josh.
I'm only half offended.
Dude, you know what? I just thought half offended. That's funny as hell. I just thought of the next movie we should do on the show, man. We got to do The Blackening. We got to do The Blackening.
Why? So I can't talk for most of the episode?
Oh my God, we got to do that. That's we got to do The Blackening. That is like one of the funniest horror movies I have seen in my life. It is a true horror movie, but when you put black people in situations like this, they get real, and it's hilarious.
Cobweb. You realize how the half of me is just like on my skin, right? How white all this looks, right? There's things shit I can't say just because of this right here.
Right. We got this.
I can't even say the title of the movie.
You can't say The Blackening?
Nope.
Why not?
Huh? Because it's 2023 and we're on the internet.
But how do you say what do you do when you go to the movies then? If you want to go see it, what would you say? I just point and just say I want to go see that.
I'll take number 3.
Just get the fuck out of here. No, this is what happened. See,
Josh gets mad when we order, and I say, "Can I have a number 3 combo?" And I point.
No. Josh, bro, listen. When somebody black gives you permission, that's usually, even in 2023, the thing that's like, oh, okay, there you go. Somebody black giving permission to whatever. That means within our presence, it's not offensive, right? I mean, that's just like a quote unquote respectful thing, I would think. Some people are just more touchy on stuff than other people, though, bro.
Look, due to my half-white guilt, if I went to the theater to see this movie, right, and instead of saying, hey, let's get 2 tickets for The Blackening, if I really wanted to just point at the screen and the person that I'm buying for the ticket, if it wasn't a Chad, then I wouldn't even be able to point. I'd be like, hey, Deborah, order that movie for me, please. Get it on your phone.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
It's gonna be
I know. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna be surprised we're gonna get to do it. All right, this is gonna be a good one.
So is that the next movie?
I don't know. We're off the rails here. Nesto, what are you talking about 30 Days a Night?
See, this is how much Cobweb doesn't like 30 Days a Night, because he's been trailing a lot.
I know he's going on
this episode.
Okay, hey, Cobb, did you see Us?
Yes, I saw Us.
Okay, what did you think about those black people? Because they did some really white people shit. I'm just saying. Really. So, I mean, that movie, bro, there's a lot of stuff I could point out and go, I don't know if black people would have done that. I don't think black people would stand looking at shadows of a black family standing in their driveway on some horrific horror night type shit and just be standing looking out the window and talking like, babe, you see that? Oh, that's nothing. They're just standing there.
Excuse me, people, please get out of my driveway.
But like that's black people. That goes to show you, bro.
Like I said.
I just want to point out something right now. For anybody listening to the podcast and not watching the podcast, the words "those black people" did not come out of my mouth. Oh fuck!
You got to hit the disclaimer. Put the disclaimer. You got to do the disclaimer again.
Got him.
The thoughts and views.
Oh,
dude, come on. Your crowd is not that sensitive, are they?
Hold on. Wait, there's
I'm back.
There's
I'm
ways
back.
we do this. Josh, disclaimer.
What's up?
Again, please.
Oh, you said to do the disclaimer.
Oh, the thoughts and views repeated on the cast of the pod do not necessarily represent the thoughts and views of anyone, especially Josh, on the cast of the pod. So if you got your feelings hurt, listen to something else.
Oh man!
Thank you very much. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, we're good now. We're good now.
Keep it going. That's all right. Nesto, this is how we work here at the Cast of the Pod. This is
look. I'm gonna say this. This is how we. This Cobweb is 100% right. This is how we do things over here. And I was like, we're gonna have Nesto on. Nesto's this director that has this badass opinion about movies, and we're gonna be talking about it scene by scene, almost line by line on the script. And then we just drove the bus off the cliff.
I know. We couldn't
and
get
it's
through it.
Cobweb's fault.
Cobweb was attacking every legitimate scene, so we couldn't even get through the movie. We couldn't even get through it as just like a dope movie. No respect at all.
No. That's not true.
I don't believe this. I don't see why they did this. We couldn't even go through the movie. We kicked off in what wasn't real enough. That's what we kicked off in. We haven't been able to backtrack. We can't. It's been off the rails. It's too late. I would say to everybody listening, go see this movie.
Yes.
Get on Amazon, click that $3.59, I think it was. Rent it. It's so worth it.
See, hold on real quick, Deb. See, this is how you know that Nesto is a real filmmaker, right? Because he's like, pay to watch this movie. There are ways to legally pay and watch this movie.
Yes, it's so worth it, dude. It's so worth it. That's cheaper than buying a sandwich. What I just described is 2 hours of glory that costs less than what you spend in fast food. Come on. It's so worth it. And it's Halloween season. It's Halloween season. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. And the vampires, even if you like the movie called Underworld, I don't know if anybody, fan-wise, anybody seen Underworld, those are dope. Werewolves, vampires, okay, but not terrifying. There's nothing in those movies that's terrifying. I would even say in Blade, the first Blade, maybe the second one too, there was some horrific shit going on, like vampire-wise. But this movie, dude, it takes the cake because there's no reasoning with them. This is not, you can't have a conversation and sit down with these guys and hear their political views and them. There's nothing like that. They've come to eat. If they weren't dressed in outfits, you would be like, yeah, that's what I expect. There's some wild animals. You know what they remind me of? Have you guys seen The Descent?
Yes.
Don't they kind of remind you of those creatures that was in the shadows in those caves?
I never even thought about that, but yeah.
They're like, and all they did was cry out and run fast and do, and eat you. Like, man.
And that's what she gets too. That's what she gets for doing what she did.
Yeah.
That's the movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Nesto, what was your favorite scene where some vampire did some extraordinary shit when you was like, what the fuck is going on?
In this movie?
In this movie. What was your oh fuck moment?
Oh man, I would probably say, well, I think, because there was a bunch, dude, but it like the one that I named earlier that really hit me like, damn, dude, is when he walked into when it just opened in that scene in the house where this husband was up against the wall shooting at him, and he was taking shots, and the vampire chick had the husband's wife on the ground, and he was just slowly walking over. When he grabbed the husband by the neck and put him up to the wall, and then looked down at his wife and grabbed that iron stick and shoved it in him, dude. That whole scene, bro, was terrifying. That whole scene was terrifying. And I got it, close second is when the dude was in the house. He had the shotgun and he was kind of in a daze because all his dogs had been killed. And the wife was in the kitchen and she was like, babe, come on, come to eat. And when she got taken through the window, bro, and he ran out after her and she slid under the house, I was like, I'm done, bro.
That's my scene.
In my mind, I was like, what would you do? Like, it's the end. It's the end, bro. There's no, what do you do?
It's been a good run.
That was terrifying. To watch that, all the screaming, it felt so realistic to me and visceral. That's why I think I was like, man, it just didn't give me a chance to feel like this is some Hollywood shit. So that's why I gave it props so much.
What was your favorite scene too, Josh?
Go, Josh.
No, for me, Josh, you said that was your favorite scene too.
When because they hadn't pushed that they were vampires yet or anything like that, and then he just that breaks one of the vampire tropes. He just jumped in the house, jumped in the house like a wild dog, crawling kind of like a bat.
I know, bro. Slowly rose up. I was like, I'm out. This is
none of this bullshit trying to trick her into saying ways to can I come into your house or anything like that.
Yeah,
he was just like, there's a snack.
What about you, Deb?
I have a lot of them, but the one part that like really is when they're using the girl as a bait, and they're like watching her, and they're up on the top of the houses, and they're just like moving. Yeah. They're like fast, but they're so quiet, and that just scared me because I wouldn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Well, the first bait, the
girl, not the little girl.
When they realize that everybody has the willpower to stay in there and not come out and save her, and then they start just slashing at her enough to get her to scream, enough to get her to bleed, just because they know the screams are going to be that much harder to not come out and save her.
Yeah.
And nobody did.
Yeah. Mine was the whole scene with the I'm going to say with the SUV when they were trying to escape, and and they turned joke over. They flipped that truck over the hard way.
Oh my God, bro!
Right, they didn't do it the easy way. They flipped it over the hard way.
The hard way. Slowly.
I mean, seriously, you don't see nobody flipping the car over that way. Nobody flipping from the side. They went the hard. You know what I'm saying?
There was a jump scare in this movie that actually
there were lots of them.
Because you get used to them and you figure out when something's going to happen. But there was a jump scare in this movie that I will admit to actually caught me off guard. And it was when the guy in the chainsaw tractor, whatever, hit. It wasn't even vampire related. When he hit her truck and she missed her airplane. And all that.
Yeah,
that came out of nowhere.
That did it for me too. Yeah. I was like, what? And I forgot that had happened. Yeah.
They didn't even show that guy anymore, right?
That little kid, yeah.
He ended up being a sandwich.
Oh. But I do have a question. This is something I had asked Josh last night too. We were watching it. So at the end of the movie, before Evan made himself a vampire.
It's actually Eben. E-B-E-N.
Oh, Evan. Okay. I thought it was Evan. So when she was underneath the car with the little girl, do you think the fire would have gotten to her? Because when all the vampires were out, it still hadn't gotten to the car yet.
Exactly, Deb.
I'm not. That's not. I just
eventually, like, could they have stayed there longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe he did jump. He just jumped out there. I think that felt realistic because that is a possibility. They could have survived. Like, I think that's why it was such a good scene, because all that means you're invested not all the time, but sometimes it means you're so invested as a watcher that you're like, please, come on, don't do that. Like, you're just like, the sun's about to come, not in a roll your eyes like this shit is fake, but more like, dude, come on. Oh my God, bro. That kind of thing. And the people were saying that too. Don't go out there. What are you doing? Just wait. And he was like, nope. He had it, bro. He had it. And he didn't want to imagine trying to live with yourself with that idea that, I thought because the sun was up, she was going to be fine. I thought the fire wasn't going to get to her. Imagine living with that. You survived. You could have went out there and saved your wife, but that you thought the sun was going to come up and the fire wouldn't get to her. Great heroic guy you are.
Did that guy eat his neighbor, his old girl, and something like that in the house? That one cop, was he eating off of her to save her while he was in there? I don't understand that part.
I think so. Yeah, that was kind of confusing. The other cop, like, what happened to the?
Yeah, the body was in there. He was eating to survive. He was eating.
I thought that it was his wife and his kids underneath the blanket. And he killed.
I don't think so.
I think he killed. Well, no, because I think he killed them.
He killed his wife.
Yeah. He killed his wife and his daughters.
Because that's when Eben was like, "How could you do this? You're supposed to protect them."
Right.
So this brings up a reoccurring theme that we've talked about on Cast of the Pod. And this is me just speaking what I would do in this type of situation. I know it's a movie. I know it was in the script or anything like that. But why did he have to sit out in the sun and Thanos himself into dust?
Bro, I know. Okay, this is what I would say. to the defense of these people in this world that they set up. Obviously, I feel like they haven't seen horror movies or read comic books or have any history. And I'm talking about if these people were real in real life. They just don't seem like the people with rational, like, I would look at it like, bro, you got superpowers now. I mean, the question should be, like, I was even thinking when she was looking at him, like, why did you do this? And he was like, I had to do something. Like, I would think the next thing that she could have said was, well, do you think you'll turn normal? Is it like, what do we do, to keep you alive? Like, the main thing would seem like to be, let's just keep you out of the sun, bro. If you're not going to go and attack everybody, let's just get you some animals, something. Like, why do we got to go and romanticize your death? Do you have to die?
The vampires were wearing clothes. They were wearing clothes. Marlowe had a suit on.
Yeah,
so there's some kind of control in there, and he knew multiple languages. He's like, no God, and what I mean? So this is a human. Why does he just try to see if he can be human?
Dude. Look at all the other ones though. Whenever they would turn, they'd be on some zombie shit though. They were like,
they started tripping, talking about they getting thirsty. They getting thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm getting so thirsty.
Go eat some bad guys. Eat some
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I would be thinking. That's what I would be thinking. But
he did ask her, do I go chase after them?
Yeah, and she said no.
And she said no.
Like, yeah, I'm going.
no, go inside the house where it's dark and then just relax for a while. That's what she said.
Yeah, relax, bro. Are you hungry? That would be the thing. Are you hungry? Then go kill those guys. Yes.
No, if he would have chased after them, he would have became their leader. Because they had already acknowledged that he was at that point once he killed their leader. So they were looking for him. They were looking for him for that guidance. If he would have went after them, he would have gave into the pack and he would became the new leader of that pack.
And you train a pack of killers how to kill bad people and eat bad people.
That's the movie I'd be doing. That's the movie I'd be doing.
No.
Now we're gonna leave Barrow and we're gonna go into the real world and start killing some criminals. Absolutely, as vampires, bro. 1,000%.
You learn how to hunt.
1,000%.
And you don't just like going to break into jails or anything like that. You go hunt and you watch and you see them do something bad, or you stop them as they're doing something bad, and that's what you eat.
I'm telling you, dude, this is a great idea for it. I think I'm gonna have to write something about this. Yes.
No, because it's the wrong thing. Regardless of the matter, there's this wrong thing, Josh, and we go through this all the time.
I was gonna bring that up. And they're bad people that are killing other people that are innocent people.
All for that.
Eating.
You're not a person anymore. You are something else.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not human. You are a cursed soul of the dead. There's no redemption. There's no being a good vampire. There's only death vampires.
Human beings that perfectly sane-minded human beings that decide to hurt other human beings in a way like that, that's not defense, are worse than animals that are feeding on the
Yeah.
But we all know that, as the vampires say, from we seen Renfield, that the best ones are the innocent ones. The ones that are the dealers, the drug dealers, the scum of the earth. Their blood is not as pure. It's tainted.
But that's the vampire trope. We said in this movie, it established a different trope.
This didn't have tropes, bro. Because at the end, he saved people's lives and he killed the bad guy. So he wasn't bad. That's some part of him, a strong part of him, remained. So to me, that's out the window. That's just like Blade. Blade had to feed himself constantly with blood from where? I mean, anywhere, just to fight the urge so he's not out killing people. Good people. So he was murdering vampires.
He had enough control to not eat Stella. He was sitting there sad with her and everything like that. He could have been sad back at the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that they felt like that would have been too much of a happy note to leave it on. So they had to go like the very like morbid, like, you know, they had to do it. I hate that they did, but they had to. I get it. But they're not thinking like us, because we're thinking spinoff. And that's what I'm talking about writing, because that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
There's only two things in this movie I don't like. The fact that he got dusted because he chose to be dusted. Like if it would have happened during the fight or whatever, and he was still out there fighting, the sun came out and burnt him, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I didn't like was Bobby Elvis flipping away from the box of dynamite.
Yeah. I didn't like him smashing into that damn building. I would rather the vampires' bodies or something made threw the tractor off or something to where he lost control and went in there.
Break the window.
But I just don't get why he went in there. I just don't get why he smashed in there.
All he needed was a guy riding shotgun. Go ahead, Deb.
Literally.
That's all they needed.
I think that he was doing it to take one for the team. I think he wanted for the other vampires to follow him in there and then he blow himself up with the vampires, but it just
so he could take more of them out. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then it just didn't happen.
And then what makes it even worse is you see the vampires come out and they're just on fire and they stop, drop, and roll, and you know,
and they're okay.
yeah.
But like his plan didn't go through.
Yeah. No,
you know what's funny? These young people now don't know anything about stop, drop, and roll.
No.
That's what we used to have back in the day in school, because we all thought we were going to catch on fire or whatever. It just, had to go in the hallway and put your head between your knees, because that's going to save you from the nuclear explosion.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, I remember we used to have to go in the basement at our school. We had our grade school, we had literally like a shelter, you know, a hallway shelter built downstairs underneath the school for like a missile attack. We had that. God. Wow. Yeah, so we all had to go down the stairs, you know, this thing, and it was this long hallway that we all had to get down and tuck our knees between our heads. I mean, our heads between our asses, and call it a day and be quiet. And the principal set up there said, "You guys stop talking." I'm like, fuck.
Like, what are we preparing for? Man, wow. That's wild.
Well, Josh, what's that faint noise I hear in the background?
I was wondering if we were going to segue into it.
Can't hear it.
Y'all can't hear it?
Nope.
It's going to sound great on the recording. That's all I'm going to say. It's time for the calculator of doom, Nesto. Okay. And we use a 10 scale. 0, which is actually 11. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. And Cobweb, you didn't see this before, right?
No, I've never seen this movie before.
Okay, so we're not going to do the nostalgia score or anything like that. We'll just do today's score. And Nesto, since you're the guest, you please go first.
Would I score it out of 10? 10
yes,
being
sir.
the best?
You can use 0.5s or 0.3s or point whatever you want, anywhere 0 to 10.
Okay. I think I'll give it a 9.5.
Nice. Deb?
I'd give this movie a 10 because this is one of my favorite vampire movies.
Me too. Oh my God.
All right. I'm gonna go next. We're dragging it on with Cobweb being last on this one.
I already know what his is.
It's gonna give it a 0.5.
I'm giving it an 8.5, which is it's a good rating for me. And Cobweb, my friend, it's up to you, sir.
Well, I gotta admit, it was all right. It's okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I actually gave this movie a 8.5 as well. I actually enjoyed it.
See,
there's a lot of this movie I like. But I just can't. I can't come in here and just be like, hey, whatever, because I don't want Josh to be like, hey, he said sometimes the best episodes is ones that we contradict each other, So I just said, fuck it, let's have a good episode.
This motherfucker.
This dude coming
Bing!
up. I gave it a
Gotcha. This shit was dope as fuck. Breaking character.
You see what I got to deal with?
That shit was dope as hell. They was pulling the motherfuckers out windows, eating them on the street. That shit was hard as hell.
My face is getting hot now. Oh,
I was trying to back so hard.
Oh my god, bro! No,
look how red my face is now. Look at this, my blood pressure.
Oh, what?
I ain't gonna be able to eat salt for like a week now. Thanks, Tom.
Wow.
No problem. Great pick, Nesto.
So the four of us give this movie a 9.125, so a 9.
That's a good score for this movie.
Yeah.
I'd say that.
Yeah.
Man,
I would have given it a 10 if I wasn't so mad at the ending. I was so mad at that.
Yes.
So that's the only reason. Because to me, dude, it's like a masterpiece to me. Filmmaking, acting, horror, like horror. Oh,
this movie
didn't play no shit.
This movie and 28 weeks, the second one.
Yes, the second one.
Later, these two movies can just live rent free in my mind. Play in the background of while I'm editing or doing something else, or just be on TV all the time.
Yep. That's what this movie is for me. Just have it while I'm working.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, when I want to keep myself up at night, and I just want to say, like, damn, take my welcome mats away. That's what I don't have any welcome mats on my house. Those welcome mats are gone. Trope your ass to death on that one, Josh.
Yeah. How do I mute Cobweb from here? No, so I gotta ask you a question real quick, Cobweb. Since you were acting, you were trying to get a role in one of Nesto's movies over here. How do you really feel about him? Possibly, I mean, the what we were talking about. Is it okay for him to eat bad people?
No, I thought that was all stupid. I know there's no going back from being a vampire. We've said this before. No, I'm not giving up my eternal soul. Okay,
you don't have
a couple of 20 minutes for nothing. He gave up his eternal soul for that little girl and that white chick.
That might not be the rule.
That white chick was his wife.
That
white chick was his wife.
Eternal.
That might not be the rules, though. That might not be the rules. We don't know.
Movie rule.
We talking, dude. You are giving your eternal soul.
Think of the good. Think of the good you could do with that power.
Yeah.
What good did he do with that power? He just killed a vampire.
He
stopped it.
He saved the town. They would have fed on all of those people forever. They would have kept feeding on them. He saved them. He did it.
Like I said, they probably would have became stronger if he would have went with the pack, because he had more knowledge about today's society and how things worked a little bit more with their sense of.
I don't think he would have turned.
If he would have turned, the mugs would have they would have claimed Alaska. The mugs would have crossed over and went over to Russia. You would have to get a Kalashnikov for their asses. Straight up. That's just my opinion. I'm being real.
If I would have known you would have brought that up, I would have gone to the other room, got my Kalashnikov for problems. It's Texas, man. I was born with the gun. What are you talking about?
Well, man. I was gonna bring up that every time we do a vampire movie, we always bring up the question, but kind of, do we still bring up the question?
Which question?
What? And that's
we already did.
We did. He said
which one?
You would become a vampire, Josh? I mean, Nesto, if you could.
Oh yeah.
You had a choice.
No, not like I'm talking about in a scenario that's like life and death, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I would choose turning into a vampire rather than death. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
what
right now to any vampires listening to the podcast, if you're gonna give me 100 more years, do it. Just come on, do it.
Yeah. And supernatural powers. Oh man, the kind of things that I would do. Oh boy.
that
Wow.
we asked Cookbook the same question, and that was like one of the things me and him went back and forth, because I would, if it wasn't a life, or they're gonna kill me anyway, so I'd rather
might as well get something out of it.
Yeah, and then just do it for good, like kill the bad people. There's lots of bad people out there.
He was against it.
He was against him, and Cobweb were against it.
Yeah,
me and Josh were. Yeah.
No,
it was a big old.
That matters to me.
Cook? Oh, that's interesting, man. That's wow.
You hear that? It's mine.
That would have been a good one.
I love it. Me and my soul, I connected one and one. We're here. I'm not giving up. And eternal, that's a very long time.
Oh man.
Here's the thing: if you want to go into that, not to get into not to be all philosophical or nothing like that, but you're talking about an eternal soul, right? You're saying your eternal soul. If it's really eternal, becoming a vampire ain't gonna do shit to it.
Yeah.
The definition of the word eternal.
No, you give that up.
No.
Once you become a vampire,
it's not your choice.
A fact.
No matter.
No.
You're using the word eternal. No, it ain't. No, you can't do shit.
It goes away. You can't be eternal. You can't. No. You can't, Josh. That's the rules.
No.
That's the rules.
Nesto's like, I can't believe I signed up for this shit.
Dude, no. In the world of vampires, they don't die. So they are eternal on the planet. They don't even have to die and then go be somewhere eternally. They are eternal already.
Until somebody kills them. And that's what it is. Right.
Yeah,
they
but
gave
then
up their
when that happens, we don't even know. They never show what happens afterwards. They never show what happens afterwards. So
that's what they give up. That's what you give up. You give up your.
But this is what I'm saying. What movie have we seen vampires go to hell? Think about that. None. We don't even see where the people go.
And look.
I know. That's my point. So that's like something that's kind of like assumed or whatever, but it's like, dude, we don't see that. That's not what's really happening within that world. Nobody talks about those parameters.
So Nesto, I have some, not Nesto, I'm sorry, Cobweb. I have some experience on this to help calm you down and quench your eternal soul right here. As a former Catholic altar server myself, right? And a registered minister of the Universal Life Church, so I can marry people.
What?
I can tell you this right here. All they gotta do is ask for forgiveness, and then they're good. If that's a follow, if that's the belief that you're going with, and all that, then they're good.
You know what? Not tonight. You're not gonna dogma. You're not gonna dogma me tonight, okay? Here's
why too. I believe that this is legitimate what we're talking about, because within these scenarios, this whole transference isn't a soul thing. Nobody's praying to the devil. Nobody's transferring themselves to become evil. This is like a blood transfusion. What's happening with these people is not because of themselves. So you're telling me these innocent people, when they get bitten, they just automatically, you're going to hell, bro. Sorry, you was a Christian today, but guess what? You got bit. Bit?
You know why?
Why would that make me go to hell? No way, dude.
Because you eat people.
No, just because you have a hunger. No. That just because you have a hunger that's uncontrollable, how's that your fault? How is that your fault? And then if you fight it, if you don't eat good people, I'm saying there's bad people. There's bad people that they could feast off of. So much better. I think that's.
But who are you to judge these bad people? Why are you there to judge? I thought it was somebody else. You're not going to. I'm not doing this tonight.
This whole conversation is proof why this is going to be such a great movie scenario. Oh my God. Because there are people that have strong feelings about this topic. So showing somebody innocent changing into something horrifying and then doing good with it. Oh my God. Dude, this is so great. Because a lot of people are going to be like, no, he should. Well, I think he should. Well, maybe he's okay. Like, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to butt heads on something like this. This is fantastic.
Look, you make it. I'll fly out there for it.
Oh right? Yeah, bro. You're going to love it. You're going to be like, yep. You're going to claim a certain person because I'm going to make him directly after you, bro. And I'm going to make a scenario where where your best friend turns and you have to decide, are you going to kill him or you're going to help him? You're going to be with him. What you going to do? That's so good, dude. It's so good.
You know what I would do? I'll say, Deb, I'm sorry.
Oh, you would not do that. You would not do that. If it was a relative or somebody you love, you would not do it. You'd be like, here's a bird. Here's a bird. This was already dead. You'd be trying to give him.
Look at Josh, you looking like, what?
I get your joke, motherfucker. I get it.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it's funny though. I was just gonna say, can you name the friend Josh?
Yes. No. You're gonna be watching and crying like, oh no, man, I can't kill him. What do I do?
But Cobweb, you got me thinking two scenarios right now. One, you're gonna tell me those people, those soccer players stuck up on the side of the mountain that ate people, they're going to hell just because of that.
I was thinking the same thing,
bro. Look, Josh is taking it real right now. He's going real. He's out of the realm of movies. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I can tell you this something real fact like this. Because they weren't killing the people before they ate them.
Oh, okay, so you're just on the murder thing.
Yeah, that whole murder thing.
So do you believe murdering bad
for their lives? People begging for their lives as you devour them and relentless and torture and
okay. How about this? We're going off of some deep territory. Are you against bad people being killed?
My answer, Texas.
Cop, do you have a wife, kids?
No, I have no problem with bad people. You know, some people that need to be taken off the chessboard.
Okay.
As long as it's 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, that's what they did.
Yes, if that's
okay,
Rook
so
takes queen, then yes.
You just don't like the whole eating them to kill them. That's the problem.
I don't like the eating.
All right. That's good. That's good to know.
But it's okay to kill them?
I'm gonna write that in.
Sure. I mean, if you got to put, if they're bad, you could do what you want, but I mean, come on, man. Eating them?
Yeah.
That's some Biggie Small shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. If you're a vampire, bro.
Did you say that's some Biggie Small shit?
Yeah.
You just said Biggie was fat because he eats people. That's messed up.
No, not that. It's a Biggie Smalls rhyme. It's we talk about his enemies. You know how they used to do them. You know, Biggie used to have a lot of crazy lines.
Cast of the Pod exclusive. Biggie had Tupac killed for lunch.
Oh, we on conspiracies now. Y'all trying to get canceled. I come on your pod and it gets canceled and it's gonna be me. This being your last episode. Don't let that be. Don't let that be, guys.
We ain't gonna do that tonight.
We don't know nothing that happened with Biggie and Tupac. I think Tupac's still alive. Let's end it on that. Ding, Mike.
You see those memes where they're deep faking Jada on the Tupac on all his videos and everything like that?
Oh my God. Yeah. Jada,
all this time Jada was really Tupac.
I love it.
So let's officially end this right here, but don't sign out yet, Nesto, because we got to upload everything just real quick.
Okay.
So Nesto, I already got you. For those watching on YouTube, I've got your social medias right there. Where can people reach you?
At Nesto Rea. That's it. Facebook and Instagram. That's all I'm on. And I think YouTube. I forget what I'm on. YouTube, I think, is just Nesto Rea.
Awesome. Where are we gonna be able to get more information for your upcoming short film?
Oh, Instagram, yo. Instagram. I got the Eventbrite. I think it's under Eventbrite. I'll look and make sure, but it's open to the public, man. It's in Hollywood. We call it a private screening because we don't think like everybody's gonna come. Once it's in film festivals, because we're gonna be submitting it to film festivals, then I'll blast that all over, and people will have much more time because they'll know when it's airing. And the film festivals usually promote that stuff as well. But this is just like we're trying to get it done like right before Halloween, so that's why we had this little opening, Monday the 30th.
Can you tell us what the name is?
Yeah, The Opening.
Oh, that's why you. Yeah,
that's the name of the movie. Yeah. The Opening.
Awesome. If you're out there at the festivals and you happen to run across a movie called Sacred Mass, give it a peep. I'm in the movie. I got like 20 lines.
What?
Two scenes, but like 20 lines.
Nice.
Yeah, we get it done over here.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? We got connects. I got people with Emmys at the crib. Josh has been in movies. I've been in documentaries. It's
bro.
Yeah, Cobweb's got his own official MDib.
Oh, dude, you on MDib? IMDb. You're like, the people don't like me saying it. IMDb. Play that over and over.
He said it. I can't. It's stuck in my head now.
All right, y'all. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. Because like I said before, one of the most important things you can do is share your attention, share your time with projects and stuff like that you like. So we appreciate you more than you know. Until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
I'm Deb.
I'm Nesto.
And you've been listening to Cast of the Pod. You have been warned.
Bye, everybody.